rocking my songs tonight. I did a lot of shots, my vision is blurred. Choice is an animal, haven't you heard?
Coach Johnny here. For these shovel drills, we're going to make sure we have the weight of our feet on the balls of our feet. And we're going to stay nice and balanced in a good low crouch to eliminate bouncing, etc. We want to make sure our feet are equal distance from the crease, whether it's behind us, in front of us, or under our feet. That way we know we're square and pointing from the center of the net outwards. And lastly, we're going to use our landmarks in the first section as points to move on, which will require big shuffles, and then we will do small shuffles off of that one with just quick foot movements. So we're going to use the crease as a guideline, and we're going to shuffle around it, trying to keep our feet equal distance. We're going to shuffle in a big arc. First time we're going to use the landmarks around the rink. The second time, again, it will be short shuffles. So we want to use those landmarks as good placements and obvious spots to move in a play, so these drills mimic game-like situations. Our first landmark is the goal line, then the bottom of the face-off circle, then the hash marks on the boards, face-off dot, blue line boards, inside hash marks, center ice, and then it repeats on the other side. Inside hash marks, blue line boards, face-off dot, hash marks board, bottom of the face-off circle, and goal line. Alright, let's go over the quick keys that we need here. We're going to follow orders of movement: eyes, head, hands, sticks. Then we're going to keep the weight on our sliding or shuffling foot. We're not too far forward in our chest. We're nice and low and crouched, and good flex in the knees and the ankles. These are keys to being efficient and properly balanced, so we have options in movement. Again, gloves are out, flexes in the knees. I'm not moving my body over my feet too much, and it allows me to shuffle greatly. So here you see me doing this drill, and you can see I'm going slow. I even check where I am to make sure I'm doing it correctly. Speed will come after you get the hang of it. Don't try and push for speed and be sloppy. It's nice, slow, controlled, methodical, simple. You can also work at just C-cutting or finding your post and then cutting out again. As you see here, I use the C-cut to get out to my top of my crease, and then I start my shuffle. My balls of my feet is where my weight always is, and it's always equal length from the goal line. If I don't follow my orders of movement, I will quickly find myself off my square by having 1 foot farther back or 1 foot farther forward to the goal crease. I want to be square at all times, so everything will always center me on the net. If I slide back into my net here and go from the center of my net outwards, you can really easily see where you land as long as you're on correct angle. This will be a good guide to show you how much you're in or out of position of being square. Okay, now I'm doing very short shuffles. We'd use this to try and stay set longer and to keep up with plays that aren't moving landmark to landmark. It's very important to practice this. It's a very quick, like 5-inch shuffle with my foot, just doing it multiple times. Okay, so here's what you want to avoid. This bouncing up and down, moving your blocker, lifting your stick off the ice, or swinging a lot of your upper body to generate momentum. We want to keep nice and smooth. We don't want this rough, uncontrolled body. Again, you can see I'm bouncing up, lifting my stick, moving my blocker. Or here I'm pushing with my shoulders to get swing and rotation. These are all bad things we want to avoid. Should be nice, controlled, and smooth like this. Another common mistake you'll see quite often is people shuffling with too big of a shuffle. You'd be surprised as to how small of a movement it really is. If you find yourself getting out of angle very quickly, it might also be because you're taking too big of a movement. Okay, in order to get better at these things, I suggest you film yourself when you first start practicing, look for these common mistakes, or maybe have someone else film you. If you're also having trouble staying square or any of the other things I mentioned like landmarks, I do have videos on landmarks, staying square, how to shuffle, proper stance. Go back and review them. Otherwise, thank you for joining me for another Coach Johnny video. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you're having fun. Now go out there and practice this. Let's get going.
Like this, shit was sick, just to flow over some snare hits. It's different lately from what we get. This kind of shit just make me wanna stay home in my bed. Yo, what happened to all the real hip hop? All the labels too afraid, real shit gonna flop. Better have a catchy hook, get to the top, cater to the masses, or your ass will get dropped.